3,
Two,
2,
one.
1. Welcome back to the Backseat podcast, episode 11.
Yeah.
Bruh, you're too loud in my ears to be acting that way.
I love it. No, we were watching a Dave Blunt's video.
Can't put down the cup. Can't put down the cup.
Dude, I love Dave Blunt's. I love watching his videos.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. He's funny, bro.
He's like it's a bit. Like, you know, Miles, it's a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well,
We have a live studio audience today.
yeah, everybody welcome from behind the scenes, David Benencourt.
Woo!
Yeah, all the way from Guadalajara, Mexico.
Guadalajara? I love that restaurant.
That's a good restaurant.
Just kidding. I know it's a place in Mexico.
Mexico. I love that.
Don't drink the water.
Dude,
Mexico.
I love Mexico.
Wait, I have a question. So, you know how like we can't drink the water in Mexico, but can you drink the water here?
Yes.
Yes?
That's a yes.
Can you drink the water there?
Why can you not drink the water from
Because it'd be making us boo-boo.
You see, Catherine is what I like to call a racist.
Bigoted, if you will.
Ignorant.
No,
No, you can drink the water in Mexico.
you can't. It gives you traveler's diarrhea. You're not supposed to drink the water anywhere that you're not from. Even in the U.S., like tap water, like you can drink tap water here because you live here.
Houston tap water sucks though.
It's awful. But say you go somewhere else, you're not really supposed to drink the tap water because it can make you sick because they have different water purification systems, which is why you're not supposed to drink the tap water in Mexico because it'd be making Americans. That was a crunchy one.
Scary. That's a. Oh man.
But our water doesn't do that to y'all?
No.
Wait. So
Wow.
how are your bowels when you're
Y'all
in?
are built different.
How are you? Like,
Touch your neighbor, say built different.
how are your bowels when you're in America? Are they the same, different, better?
They're the same.
We don't be tearing you up.
Dang, that's amazing.
Wow.
Praise God.
My friend Yael, she lives in Switzerland. She came to America. Man, we did a number on her bowels.
Yeah, she was struggling. I remember the last time she came, she was struggling.
She struggles every time, bro.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Yael. She didn't die, but she hasn't come back in a while.
What do they
I
eat?
miss her.
What do they eat in Switzerland?
Real food. Next question.
Like, what do you mean real food? Like, they just
Like homegrown vegetables from their garden type beat.
they don't even cook it.
No, they just be like gum in a tomato, bro.
Gum in a tomato is crazy.
You know, she taught me what a shallot was. I never seen a shallot before until
Y'all didn't grow shallots in Louisiana?
we just didn't use them.
Really?
That's rich people stuff. You want a shallot?
The rich people onion.
Get a garlic or an onion. Don't get a shallot. Who cooks with shallots?
Can you
Me
check-
now.
Can you check the camera and see if we look good in there? Just real quick. Cause sometimes I be looking.
I'm not gonna lie. The camera adds 10 pounds. So
I think you'll look great.
great.
We look great. You look great, David. I appreciate you. No, I'm so excited for episode 11. A lot has been happening.
I have some sad news, everyone.
Oh my God.
For those of you who don't know, I've had a goldfish since I was in 8th grade.
Oh wow.
8th grade going into 9th grade. And I got news 30 minutes before this episode that he has moved on to the ocean and the sky. Swag Money has passed away, everyone.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
We're
no.
mourning in the Smith Mesa Hernandez household.
Oh yeah. That's
Stormy never even met him. He survived 2 hurricanes, 3 freezes,
Oh man.
outlived my grandma, outlived my aunt,
Dang.
outlived one of my brother-in-law's marriages.
Oh man. That's a crazy thing.
What else he outlive? Oh man. Saw me get married.
COVID.
Oh,
he outlived
mans
COVID.
didn't even know COVID happened.
Dude didn't wear a mask the whole time.
Nah, dude, he was swimming. Outlived all his tank mates. He had like 3 other fish with him.
I believe he lived a colorful lifestyle.
Oh yeah. Oh, he was gay.
Yeah, man.
He was homosexual. He had 3 other men that lived, 3 male fish that lived in his tank. And
So you put male fish in his tank?
here's the thing.
What is it, like prison?
Here's the thing. You don't know what gender goldfish are until they become breeding age. But most of the time when you buy goldfish at PetSmart, they die in a year. It takes 2 years for them to become breeding age, first of all.
Yeah.
And the second of all, you don't know whether they're male or female until they're actively trying to breed. How was I supposed to know all 4 of them would have breeding tubulars?
Oh my Lord.
Which makes them men. And you know, during the springtime, that water
Canceled.
would get a little hot. So
Catherine,
they looked at what they had, you know? I'm saying?
them Christians are canceling you.
Hey, don't argue with me. I argue with them. God made them that way.
Listen, can you cancel a person who has gay fish?
I didn't tell them to be gay.
My question is, in the future, if someone's watching this and they're thinking about hiring you, they're like, Catherine, how do we feel about this?
Look, I'm not going to lie.
You had
Any
gay
future
fish.
employer that's not going to hire me based on the sexual orientation of a dead pet is crazy. I don't want to work
Wait,
for you anyways.
Can we sue them if they don't hire you because of this?
Not if it's a religious organization, no.
Dude, I would love to have a conversation of like, hey, like, you know, you meet the criteria. We feel like you connect with our community, but you know what? You had a gay fish, and you were empowering that.
I was empowering
You were
it.
empowering and enabling that gay fish's life.
Well, one could argue I kept it alive long enough to try to convert it.
Is there a fish conversion camp?
I don't know. I never sent him.
Oh my gosh, it's like that episode of South Park. Oh
Look,
my gosh.
I'm not gonna lie. Stormy. Well,
No.
I'm thinking about my cat now. She is not gay.
No, she had kids.
She had a kitten. You know, she was for the streets, but now you know she found her way to the Lord. She loves Joel Osteen. She stays watching him.
Yeah.
I one time asked her if she was a Christian, and she went meow,
Meow.
and I took that as yes. No, but for real though, R.I.P. Swag Money. He was a real
man.
one. He had a lot of life. He was so old. Fish turn white the same way we go gray. He had no orange left on him except for a spot that was a tumor that he got stuck in his enclosure, and then it fell off.
Yeah.
Scraped the tumor right off, and that was the only spot that was still orange on him.
Oh man.
He was a real one. I loved him a lot.
Yeah,
He kept me from unaliving myself during a dark period because I was like, well, who's going to feed him? And then I moved away, and I still ask, who's going to feed him? So
Praise God. There you go.
You know?
The instrument of the Lord right there.
Amen. Let him use you.
God can use a gay fish. This is not heresy. This is not blasphemy. This is the truth.
But did he? Did he use a gay fish?
Well, you know, like did it remind you of God's goodness? That's crazy.
I'm like,
That's crazy.
Not really.
That's crazy.
I mean, like he was cool. He was a homie. But I don't look at my homies and think, yeah, God is good. I just think, yeah, that's my homie, bro.
You know, someone had me pray for them because their pet had kidney failure.
That's so sad.
No, it was super depressing. But I mean, they were older. They were an older gentleman.
My childhood dog has bladder cancer right now. So
Oh
I'm
my
like, dang.
gosh.
But she's in great spirits. Let me tell you, Zesty Paws not sponsored.
Oh,
I've been
man.
trying to get him. Look, honestly, Zesty Paws, hear me out. I've been trying to get you to sponsor Stormy's TikTok for a while, and I'm coming to you on my on my podcast.
Zesty Paws.
Zesty Paws urinary tract health gummies cured my dog's cancer.
Wait, really?
Full
Did
on
they?
cured her. She still has it. Don't get me wrong. So maybe she's not cured.
Oh,
also,
man.
don't sue me. I'm not sponsored. I don't represent them, and I'm not a doctor.
It's completely an opinion.
This is completely anecdotal evidence, and they do not market this for cancer. They just market it for urinary health of dogs. So Hazel, my childhood pet, has bladder cancer, and so she would take medication to like stop the growth of the cancer.
Sure.
But because of the placement of the cancer, she would get frequent UTIs, which would, you know, make her sick.
Yeah.
And so that would like bring her overall health down, which is not good when you have cancer because you're fighting off cancer. So she would be like chronically with a UTI, you know, having a hard time using the bathroom on top of having cancer.
Okay.
So it's hard to see like what her symptoms were. Anyways, I use Zesty Paws for my cat. You know, she'd be eating the fish oil, and Hazel, my dog, also uses Zesty Paws because she also had really bad allergies before she had cancer, and the fish oil actually reversed her skin condition entirely, and now like she's completely healthy. Zesty Paws, sponsor me. Not making this stuff up. I think y'all are great. No, so I was like looking through this brand because, you know, we had such success, you know, with my dog's coat and everything. And we found the urinary tract supplements and cured her of her UTI. She hasn't had UTI since.
Oh, wow.
She's in full health. You don't even know she has cancer.
You know, I'm not going to lie. Your dog was a lot healthier the last time I saw her.
She's great.
4th of July.
She's 11 years old, too.
Yeah.
I got Swag Money, Hazel, and Autumn. Autumn's my cat, all in the same year because my dog had died earlier that year.
Sad.
And so my dad was like, yeah, we'll get you a goldfish. We're never going to get another dog. And then I got a cat. And then my mom was like, I want a dog. And so then I got a dog. So I got all three.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
At the ripe age of 14.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's so cool. But
had a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, but like.
Couldn't unalive myself. Who's going to take care of my animals?
Swag Money made it that long, though.
Hey, man's watched me sleep for years.
Oh, man. Praise.
Yeah.
There you go.
But
man,
anyways,
that's so
enough
good.
of that.
Yeah.
Moral of that, if your dog has crippling allergies and won't stop itching, try salmon oil. Salmon oil seems to work for some reason. And if not, you just want them to look shiny. It's really good for the skin, really good for the coat. If your dog has urinary tract infections frequently, get them a urinary health gummy. It's real good for them.
Why are we talking about this? I love it.
Anyways,
oh, you almost killed me yesterday.
oh my God.
Sorry.
First of all,
Almost deleted me. Fine.
unalived.
Almost deleted me. You almost deleted me yesterday.
Yeah, I almost sent you back to the, what is it? Sent you back to the waiting room?
Oh, yeah, the waiting room.
Is it the waiting room?
I think it's the waiting room.
In a game before you play?
The lobby.
The lobby. Oh, that was loud. That laugh was gross. Sorry.
That's crazy.
I'm going to send him back to the lobby. For those of you who don't know, I don't know if I talked about it on the pod. I bought an embroidery machine off Facebook Marketplace for $50. And I think my first mistake was buying an embroidery machine that was $50. Because they're usually resale value $300, $200 to $300 range. Brand new $600 to $800 range. That's for like a cheap one. So it was $50. I was like, bet. It's got to be from God. That's my budget, bro. Didn't pray about it, so can't blame God. Bought it. I made a commitment to a friend to embroider some stuff for them. And yeah, it was supposed to be a secret. Started working on it. Embroidery machine doesn't work. So what do? I consult ChatGPT.
Oh.
I work on this thing for 6 hours.
Yep.
6, count them, 6 hours. I took the whole thing apart, became Bob the Builder up in there. I'm not a tech savvy person. I'm not an engineer brain. I don't like taking things apart and putting them back together. I hate puzzles. That's a lie. I like puzzles. I don't like 3-dimensional puzzles. I like flat ones. Legos, never played them.
What? You never got on Legos not once?
I was poor.
Yeah, but you never went to
they're
like
so expensive.
But like you never went to someone's house?
No. They had Littlest Pet Shops. I played with those.
Interesting.
I'm a girl. I know lots. Before y'all get mad, I know girls do Legos too.
The hair salon my mom would go to had Legos.
Oh. No, I had this thing called Tinker Toys. Those were cool. They were like wooden sticks and like circles you can make cool stuff out. I loved my Tinker Toys.
Yeah.
I didn't have Legos though. Anyways, no, took that whole thing apart, put it back together, paid for ChatGPT Premium to figure this thing out.
That's your second mistake right there.
Yeah, no, honestly, Chat's been great. I've been using them a lot. I need to cancel my subscription. Just to find out at the end of it doesn't work. Somewhere in the between there, I had the power source plugged into the wall but not plugged into the machine, and it was on the floor. Well, I tell Christian, hey, can you take a look at this? I get up. Unbeknownst to me, the chair is on top of the power source. Christian sits down.
Yep.
Bam!
I saw this
blew a hole in our floor.
I saw this mini explosion
Sparks flew.
right next to my foot.
And the cat.
My toe almost got burnt off.
All I heard was the sound of the cat's claws skedaddling against the floor,
Bro.
trying to get away. Get away. She's fine. It didn't hit her. She was just near it because we were there and she's near us. And yeah, she was like trying to get away. And I was like, what was that? What was that? And it actually like soldered the bottom of the metal chair to the power source. And I broke it.
Yep.
So we had to buy another one just to find out that the machine doesn't even work. So if you're an engineer or if you like to work on sewing machines, call me because I got this thing just chilling now and I'm really upset about it. I also found out that the Houston Library offers free embroidery
Cute.
and classes
Oh, wow.
on how to embroider.
Shout out to the Houston Library.
Yo, first of all, shout out to the Houston Library. They even offer 3D printing. They have a whole STEM section. With my newfound free time, I think I'm going to start going there. I'm also finally a Texas resident, so I can actually utilize the library free of charge. Hallelujah, praise to God.
There you go.
But I didn't know all this before I started this journey, and I'm embarrassed.
Well, it's okay. The good news is that I didn't
Die.
I didn't.
Oh. Expire.
I didn't expire. Die. I didn't die. I didn't expire. Whatever. Like I hate the censoring. I hate the censoring so
Okay.
much. I hate the
Okay,
censoring
look,
so much.
The more you say that word, the worse it is.
I don't think it changes.
Yeah, because they're like, oh,
Uh,
you're one of those crazy people that talks about censorship.
hey, I don't have an opinion on censorship. You can
Yeah, but
censor
the
me.
AI algorithm doesn't know the difference. It's buzzwords, babe.
Buzzwords. You know,
You remember BuzzFeed?
BuzzFeed. You remember the $5 versus the $25
Oh,
things?
bring back the Try Guys, man.
Hey, they're back.
No, that one cheated on his wife.
Oh, I'm not talking about those guys. I'm talking about the really cool ones. Adam, something else, and someone else. Like they would go to try the
No,
cheapest.
But
Like
that's not the Try Guys. That's
no,
someone
that's
else.
not the Try Guys, but they worked with BuzzFeed too.
I like the Try Guys more because I thought Eugene was hot, but then he ended up being gay.
You can't be hot and gay,
Not to me. I'm a woman.
I guess. But
What am I supposed to do with that?
I don't know. Admire him from afar.
Why?
Admiration from afar. There's nothing wrong with that.
But he's gay.
That doesn't make him unattractive.
No, it just takes the appeal away because it's like
Why?
if I caught you in the streets, you wouldn't care about me.
If you caught him in the street, you're married. What do you mean? Like,
You
no,
know
but
what I'm talking about?
She's married. It doesn't matter if you caught him in the streets.
I wasn't married back then.
I guess. No, the Try Guys are cool.
Yeah.
I know which one she's talking about.
Which one cheated on his wife?
Don't talk about people's stories like that.
Oh, it made me so. No, but it was crazy. He built his whole brand about being obsessed with his wife, and then he was cheating on her the whole time. I was like, so what was this about? They
yeah,
had like a
you know,
marriage cookbook and stuff.
They had a marriage
Real
cookbook.
sad.
Wow,
They
that's crazy.
had like 2 kids, a baby. Yeah, it was real sad.
That's unfortunate.
I cried.
He's doing well. I'm
Is
sure.
he?
Catherine, restoration is real. Restoration.
Power. Oh.
It's resurrecting power, baby.
Oh, well, you know what? Restoration has power
Restoration
too.
does.
Hallelujah, I am made new.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Yo, speaking of restoration, like the Newsboys are still on tour.
I don't want to talk about them.
Okay, fine. Delete that, Sergio.
No, you can leave it in. I just don't want to talk about them.
Nah,
I ain't got nothing nice to say, so I'm going to say nothing at all.
I got nothing nice, but also like I hate the Christian movies of the early 2010s. That's where I wanted to lead
Stop.
this into.
I loved God's Not Dead. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. That had me texting everyone, bro. I had my crush's number saved in my phone. He did not like me. He hated me. He did not know I had his number. And, they were like, text everyone your contacts. God's Not Dead. And it was giving like the early 2000s version of share this on Facebook or for Jesus or ignore for hell. And I was like, I got to send it to everyone. And I remember I was in the movie theater. I kid you not. I had my LG slider out, bro.
LG
And
slider's crazy.
I had my my crush's name pulled up, and I was shaking. And I was like, do I hit send? Do I hit send?
Yo, that's the corniest thing. That's the
And I sent
corniest
it.
thing you've
I said,
ever
God's
done.
not dead. Man's blocked me instantly.
Bro, that's the Catherine. That's the corniest
Well, you
thing
know
you've
what?
ever done.
I won. He's a priest now, so
Oh my
I
God.
win.
It worked.
You know what? If there's one thing I did right, it's bring that man to the Lord.
He blocked it, bro. What if that's his story? He's like, I remember some random person, some creep had my number.
Some creepy girl had my number, would stop calling my house phone, and then she got my cell phone number. I used to call his house
How old were
phone.
you?
Oh, I was like 13, 12. I think I was 12. I stopped when I hit 7th grade. 12. Final answer. Okay, so my school, oh, this is going to be so embarrassing if anyone from my old school that I was not friends with finds this. This is like, they could really hold this against
Bro,
me.
you deserved the bullying,
No,
bro. Oh my
no,
gosh.
I got mercilessly bullied, not even for that. This was a product of being bullied.
Oh my
Like, this was a product of
Dude,
not
if
having
I had
friends.
bullied you at 8th grade, you deserved
I
it.
would have like cried. No, I got bullied a lot, like growing up. But he was a grade above me. He was in your grade. Funny
Okay.
enough. And our school had this directory that they would send home with like everyone's phone numbers in it.
Sure.
Don't know why they did that, but they did. Had their address and their phone number. So naturally, I circled his, so I knew where he lived. And so I would call his house. I would call his house, and when he'd answer, I'd hang up real fast. I never said anything. I didn't think it mattered until one day I realized they have caller ID. Yeah, so he knew it was me the whole time.
Bro, that's chilling.
And then Jasmine actually called on her cell phone and he answered. And she said, "Do you know Catherine Smith?" And he goes, "Oh, I hate her."
Oh, dog.
And then hung up on her. And then I went trick-or-treating in his neighborhood.
Oh, you were trying, bro.
I don't think I actually like it was one of those things where it's like I don't know what I'm going to do once I get there. It's all about the journey. I was all about the journey. I never thought I'd actually get him. So I was like, what if I just did all this? It was also before I was self-aware that people like perceive me. I thought like I only perceived myself. I didn't think other people could perceive me. So yeah, once I realized that he's a person and experiences life too, and the life I happened to him, I was like, wow, this is real embarrassing. This is real embarrassing. But by then he had graduated 8th grade and I was going into 8th grade. So there's nothing I could do. He's a priest now, so
He's doing well.
I like to think I pushed him towards the Lord.
He's like, bro, this girl, like, if that's how all women are, you know what? I
But you
might as
know
well
what?
chastise
Here's the
myself
thing.
to the Lord.
Here's the thing. Imagine being stalked by me. You're welcome.
No.
Oh, you're welcome. You had
Madam.
a beautiful girl stalking you.
I'm
That's
sure.
that's more than what I got. Ain't nobody wanted me.
You know what's funny? You sound like you sound like my friend who she lived in LA and she was like, she
That's
was,
not your friend.
No. She lived in LA. She used to gig around in LA.
Oh, different friend.
Yeah, different friend. She had
That's not your friend.
That's not my friend. But no, my different friend, she lives here now. She's married. She's great.
Oh, that
but-
could be your friend. I'm kidding, guys.
She's
Thought
amazing.
he was talking about someone else.
But she would go from she would come back from work from her bus stop and she would like have to run from her bus stop to her apartment
Oh,
because she
her.
had a stalker who
It was
would
a homeless person.
a homeless person just
I
would
love this story.
would like follow her at full speed. So it became like a daily routine. Every day she would just run from the bus stop to her apartment. And one time the guy he caught up to her. And he caught up to her and she was like, "Bro, this is it. Like fight or flight. Like my flight, failed. Like this is fight. Like I don't know what's gonna happen." And he's like, "All right, same time tomorrow."
No, literally.
Like-
I mean, that's really what it was. It was like I never thought like I had stood a chance with them, and so it was more about like the rush. Of,
Like thank God that nothing happened, but like also like If there's no goal, you're just going for the rush?
No. The goal was him, but I just knew he wasn't. First of all, I had no clout. None.
Okay.
I was a grade below him. So like I was
Gotcha.
still like going through puberty and stuff. So like I was suffering, needless to say. I also had like no friends. So well, I had friends. I didn't have a lot of friends at that time. Towards the end of it I had more friends. But the beginning it was just like me, myself, and I, and like a few close ones. So I really didn't have any like redeeming qualities in his eyes because like I wasn't funny yet.
Gotcha.
That the bullying that happened then made me funny. So back then it was just me, you know? And I was kind of just like floating around. So no, I didn't think he was going to date me. He was into beautiful girls that were cloudy because he was cloudy. So,
okay.
But you know what? Restoration happened because years later, my friend Jaden actually wrote me a love letter from him for Valentine's Day as like
Lord.
a callback. And it was so funny. I saved it. She's the best. I love Jaden. Shout out Jaden. You might be watching this. Love you tons. No, but it was really cool. It was really funny. We all laughed in the office. I was like, this is hilarious. Had it pinned up at my desk. Like, yo, look, my middle school crush wrote me this. Just kidding. No, I'm over it though. I'm taller than him, so.
I was horrible in middle school and high school.
If I stalked you, would you have let me? Let me pull up a picture of me in middle school.
Dude, I would have.
Before you answer that.
No, listen.
Let me pull up a picture.
I don't have to see a picture of you. I'm gonna let you know right now. I was so desperate for a girlfriend in 7th grade, 8th grade. I was evil.
Well, we would have really been a match made in hell because I was desperate too.
No, I was honestly.
But I had standards.
I was honestly a terrible person until I was like maybe 20 years old.
I shot for the moon, man.
Oh my gosh. No, me in relationships didn't do well. I was not successful in middle school. Actually, I liked so many girls in middle school, and they're not watching this. But if you are, I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, like that's like best case scenario for me. Like, and you still look funny. Like I'm not.
I literally like posted this to try to get his attention.
Yeah, Catherine, you kind of look crazy in there, girl.
Do I really?
That's
so sad.
It's the braces.
You don't like me with braces?
I like you with braces, but if you were stalking me and I'm like, yeah, this girl's stalking me.
But we all had braces back then.
I've never had braces.
He had braces too.
Oh man.
He got his braces off and I was like, yeah, I
Oh
knew
my
you'd look like that.
Oh my gosh. And now he's a priest. So like if it wasn't for
He is a priest. That's so crazy. Yeah, look. I mean,
I'm not saying it, bro.
I was kind of fine.
First of all, I'm not gonna.
That was after I lost the weight.
I'm not gonna look at a 13-year-old girl, even if you're my wife,
It's
and
me
be
in
like,
6th grade.
Catherine, I'm not looking at a 13-year-old girl and being like, wow.
No. I'm not asking you to do that. I'm saying if we both lived in the same state at that time and you were a grade above me and I was calling your house phone, would you be like, nah? Or would you be like, nah, let me give her a shot?
I'm not gonna answer that. That's a weird question, and I refuse.
Well, you know what? We're married anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I genuinely hope this video gets the least amount of views.
Why? I think this is funny. Are we not laughing?
That's freaking creepy.
Why is it creepy?
You okay, but I'm saying this. When I was in middle school, I don't think I stalked anybody. I'm hoping I didn't because I think it's super weird if I did.
I think it's weirder if a guy does it.
Why? Why is that double standard there?
Because, like, me stalking you at that age, worst case scenario, I'm aggravating.
Nobody should be stalking anyone.
No, hey, look, here's the thing.
If you're stalking somebody, you need to go ahead and stop. Stop now before it goes too far and you're in juvie because you're going to deserve juvie. Stop it.
Here's the thing. I'm not pro stalking by any means. I would like to think what I was doing wasn't even stalking because it's not like I was pulling up to his house on a daily.
No, you're still delusional though.
No, I was delusional, but listen to the time. I had no frontal lobe. My frontal lobe was like a black hole where a frontal lobe should have been. I had just realized life, okay? So cut me some slack. You don't even develop self-awareness till like 7th grade. So like,
really?
yeah.
That was you?
Well, no, I mean, like, I was self-aware, but I wasn't self-aware that other people could perceive me. It was just I could perceive myself. So, like, I was self-aware of me, but I
Yeah.
wasn't self-aware of others seeing me yet.
Interesting.
That didn't happen until 7th grade. And I chilled out around 7th grade. It was still, like, kind of crazy, but I stopped calling him and stuff because I was like, this is weird. Everyone needs to stop calling him. So, no, look, don't stalk people. I'm not proud of this. I also don't think I was stalking, but
7th grade
maybe
horrors.
I just had a crazy crush. Okay, calm down. Everyone needs to chill out.
Do this to your headphones.
My earrings.
I love it. Your baby hairs are out.
Yeah, I know. I didn't slick
So
back my hair today.
fun.
Did it work?
Yeah, it worked. It looked cute. It was cute. It's funny.
Yeah, I didn't put any gel in my hair today. I've been up since 7 a.m. I didn't go
Yeah.
to sleep last night till 2 a.m. Because I just like couldn't sleep. So yeah, you were asleep and I was just chilling there for 2 hours.
Yeah.
So
no.
I'm kind of tired. I had rehearsal this morning and then I came back home, had a baby shower, and now we're filming.
I have I have an interesting question. Do you feel the embarrassment you feel now for like eighth grade childhood insanities? Is it crushing embarrassment or is it like, oh, that was crazy, block, 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 block?
It was crushing embarrassment, probably from like the ages like 14 to 20. But then something happened when I was 20 and I realized like I don't have to care. You know?
Yeah.
Like I was talking to one of my friends today in rehearsal. I was talking to her name's Yolanda. Sorry if you don't want to be associated with this, but here you are. We were talking about the inner critic, about the inner me
Yeah.
being the real enemy. And I was telling her because I mean it fits into music, it fits in a lot of things, but
Shout out Dr. Daniels.
yes, I was talking from the perspective of music to her, but it fits in this too,
Sure.
where I have such a crippling like inner critic, and I think a lot of people don't know that about me.
Yeah.
Because I portray myself to be this carefree, charismatic, goofy person that lives life without consequences. Seemingly, I have consequences.
Yeah, you do.
I just have to make peace with them. But it's because that's what I project. Because internally, it's like, man, I shouldn't have said that. Man, I shouldn't have acted that way. Man, that was super embarrassing. And then it's like, oh yeah, I did something embarrassing this week. And then think about the embarrassing thing you did 2 months ago, and then 6 months ago, and 3 years ago, and then 4 years ago. And you're just an embarrassment.
Wow.
You yourself embody embarrassment. And you suck. And you should just like delete yourself.
Wow.
Like it's literally like it goes there.
Yeah.
So I think it used to be a lot worse. I've kind of like started coping with it a lot more now. Where when I start around 2020 was the time I had to really break that cycle, because I was just like, it was me or that cycle, and I was literally about to lose to it.
Yeah.
For real. And so I literally just had to start saying like, I don't care, to myself. Not that I don't care because it doesn't matter to me, but it's like, it's out of my hands. So it needs to be out of my mind. Like I need to learn, hey, maybe don't be an idiot next time, and then move on, because I would never talk to someone else like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would never turn to you and say, you're a bad person because I didn't like how you talked to me, and you should go unalive yourself. Like that's crazy talk.
Yeah.
So why would I talk to myself that way? I'm the only thing keeping me alive.
Yeah.
If I don't work with myself, who is?
I think one of my favorite things that I've been doing lately, in the morning specifically, like, cause I have a version of the inner me, but the inner me is like very like, I think because you know, my upbringing is crazy. And so like, I love my family, but one thing about my family is we're all intense. All of us are, my dad, my mom, my brothers, and it's in great ways. Like we're intense, we're passionate, we're very like, driven people. And so I think for me, my inner me is it's incredibly violent towards myself. And so one of the things I've been doing for the last year or so, I've been waking up in the morning. And I think you told me this. I think you and I think Pastor Devontae, which shout out PD, but I think he had said this from the stage where he was like, if I can't handle this, God can. So it was like, it's something that I'll be driving to work. I'm like, I can't handle that thought, but God can. So I'll let him do it. And so I don't know why, like at first I was like the stupidest thing in the world, but like I now will have like spats of like thinking of the past. Like I'll think of something I did that was stupid in 8th grade. Like for example, I had a crush on this one girl and I was up front. I was like, hey, I like you. Can I have your number? She straight up said, absolutely not.
Oh,
Bro.
oh,
That broke me. That was such a crushing
it's a
feeling.
knife. It's a knife right here.
Which I'm super grateful for her. So thank you. I really appreciate you. Like
What
this
doesn't
isn't
kill you makes you stronger.
well, no, I think I was grateful that she just said no because the rejection really taught me how to find comfort in that. And it was over time, but I look at that now and sometimes I'll be like, "Oh my gosh." And now I'm like, "Man, what a good thing that happened." Like and so how that relates to this is like I remember one time I was feeling really upset about that. I'm like, "Man, like that was such a crushing moment." And then I had that thought where I was like, you know what? I can handle this. Like this isn't something I need to pray about. This is something I think I'm equipped to be like, you know what? I can evaluate this well. This was good. And so I remember for years, I mean, like that's such a funny thing. For years, that rejection really kind of put me to shame a little bit.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, I think a year ago, I was like, like that was really good. That was a really good thing. Also, my frontal lobe came in last year. So like,
Congrats. I'm still waiting on mine.
no, look, I think I remember it to the day, like February 2nd, 2024. I woke up and I was like, it's there. Whew.
I'm alive.
I'm alive. And so like, I think that was one of those moments where I was like, man, that was such a good thing. So
Yeah, I think something that gave me a lot of freedom from the inner me is I saw a post on, I think, Instagram. It was one of those like text posts, and it was like actually I think it was something like that. It was like give grace to yourself because you're learning, and the only way you learn is through failing.
Yeah.
And I kind of like sat on that for a minute because I was like, this is my first time through life. Like, how would I know what I said was dumb unless I said it out loud?
Yeah.
It's like I can't sit there and hold every mistake, every embarrassing moment, every stupid thing I said against myself because I'm learning.
Yeah.
In the same way, if children, like, every time they fall when they're learning to walk, if they get down on themselves and they discourage themselves and like, I can't believe I fell, they will never learn to walk.
Absolutely.
Because they will never be able to get past that mental block of failure.
Yeah.
Failure is healthy because you fail and fail and fail and fail until you succeed. You succeed once, but you fail constantly. And that's okay because
Absolutely.
you're growing. Now, if you're failing and you're staying at the level 1, and you're not doing anything about it, and you're just like getting knocked down, and you're cool with it. Yeah, I mean, that's a different thing.
Yeah.
Because then you need to work on like developing some grit.
Yeah.
But if you're getting knocked down, like everyone, there's not a single person on this earth that hasn't been knocked down.
Absolutely.
So if you're getting knocked down, you're in great company.
No, I love, I remember we had this conversation. It was right after I got fired from my second, like 3 jobs ago. It was like a really bad firing too. We had a bad separation. There's no resentment. But I remember we were at the dinner table with some friends and my friend was trying to relate to me. So she was like, man, like I was so immature too. Like I do so, like she literally had this moment. She wasn't trying to be like, when some people are like, yeah, I've done stupid things. No, she was trying to be like, kind of be vulnerable. So she was like, yeah, man, like I was so immature and I offended this person and I look back and it hurts my feelings. I didn't realize this then, but I think I said something. Sometimes I'll just speak into myself and I won't believe it until years later. But I was like, I'm so grateful for the grace of being immature. I'm extremely grateful. Now, people don't have to grace me for being immature. I've hurt a lot of people, and those people have every right to be upset with me, and you know, they have every right to deserve an apology from me. True, that's completely true. However, I am grateful that now that God and the people who are around me that are closest to me have graced me for being and saying and doing the stupidest things, because not only did some of them like correct me, some of them just silently loved me and would like have just been there through all of it. And so I'm very grateful that I can look back at 8th grade and like funny enough, that rejection isn't even the worst thing that happened that 8th grade year. That's such a terrible year for me. But I'm so grateful that that was I was graced through that. So like, dang. Also,
Yeah.
like you're going to a middle school camp. So I'm like, I'm
I
so happy we're
I'm
talking
so
about that.
excited.
Yeah.
I love. I don't want to sound weird when I say this. I was really about to say something out of context.
Oh man.
I I'm in I am in youth ministry.
You are passionate.
I enjoy being in middle school ministry specifically.
Yeah.
They're my favorite age group. I don't get to serve with them a whole lot anymore because the Lord told me to move to high school earlier this year to broaden my influence and to refine the type of problems, type of people I speak into. But
This is the Christian God, by the way.
Jesus. But no, I love middle school. They're best. That was the age that I was at whenever I changed my life, by letting God in and do a work in me.
Same.
So I think I'm really passionate about middle school because I think that's when you get attacked. Sorry. I think that's whenever you get attacked a lot in your mind.
Yeah.
Because, up until 7th grade, 6th grade, life is from one perspective of like a child, and you don't really have a lot of individual thought. You're kind of just like taking everything your parents say is like Bible. When you hit 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, your body's changing faster than your mind is changing. And every day you look in the mirror, it's a different version of who you used to be.
Yeah.
And it feels kind of like you're like all gas and like no steering. And you're kind of just like powering through life. And it's such a very hard time to like go through. And I think a lot of people diminish that experience. Like as they get older, they, lose touch of that, or maybe block it out, or maybe just like, water it down. But I think middle school is one of the hardest times that, people can get through.
Yeah.
So I'm really passionate about that age group because I love seeing people's minds develop in such a way and being able to kind of help walk them through that, not mold them, but like, give guidance and answer questions and make them feel seen. Because I think I went through a lot of trauma in middle school, and no one could believe that someone at 13 could be so suicidal. Like,
Yeah,
no one could believe it. And they're
Absolutely.
like, you haven't even lived life yet. You haven't even gotten in debt yet. How could you want to unalive yourself?
Dude, the debt's real.
And I'm like, yo, I can handle debt. You know what I can't handle? This voice in my head telling me to off myself because I'm worthless. Like,
Absolutely.
debt has nothing to do with that, And so I think a lot of people don't see that age group. And so I'm really excited to get to go to middle school camp and get to be with my homies again, and just love on them and be their bestie. Talk about boys, all that nonsense,
Bro, not to trauma
to
dump.
see their camp bay,
Not to trauma dump, but like 8th grade was the hardest year for me.
Yeah,
Like
7th grade was mine.
I broke my wrist in 8th grade, and like I did football, and I loved football a lot. Like I really loved football, and I broke my wrist. And it's funny because like I was a chunky kid. I'm still chunky, but I was
Me.
I was more like
I'm a Pilates girly.
I
Can't tell.
I was more thick. Like I was just a big boy. And so I was center, and I was really proud of like that position. Like I was genuinely proud of it.
Chunky and proud.
Chunky and proud, bro. My coach was proud of me. For those who know me, like, that's a big deal for me. And so I had broke my wrist on the first game on the first play. Someone's helmet
You would.
just boosh. And one of the things that, like, that was a hard year. That was the hardest year for me. And the reason that was the hardest year for me, it's because I felt that I was alone. Like, I had been going through such a depressing season of my life from like 6th grade to 8th grade, but I had kind of compartmentalized it. I wasn't really self-aware, like you were saying earlier. And I'm not gonna lie, I did not take my relationship with God serious. And so when I broke my wrist, and I'm like, I would wake, and I had to get 4 metal screws in my wrist. And so I'm waking up from the pain at 2 a.m. screaming because I could feel the rods in my wrist. And I'm like crying and screaming because like the meds that they would give me wore off in the middle of the night. And the pain was so intense that it woke me up. And so like I would wake up, and I know exactly what you mean when you say like you wanted to off yourself, because like that's how I felt. Like, not because of the pain, but because of how alone I felt. I've never felt that alone, or I've never noticed I was that alone. Then I can't leave my room. I can't leave the fact that the pain is there. I feel upset that I couldn't be a good football player. I felt ashamed that it happened on the first game. I was like, nobody was even there. Like, my mom was working a double shift that night. She had to leave her double shift to come pick me up. And my mom was like just distraught. So I'm like the most ashamed and hurt I've ever been. And so that was such a will I won't I moment for me. And so like thank God. Thank God Jesus found me. But and that really is my story. Like, I want to say like it was something more severe, more crazier. But for me, it really was 8th grade. It was 8th grade, feeling upset at life. I hated the world, and I hated my family, except for my mom, but I hated the rest of my family, like just genuinely. And I was so grateful that like God met me at 3 a.m. in my screaming pain when I was like begging, not for pills. Like, I was just begging to like swallow the whole tub. Like, and God met me. So like, that's why I get what you mean, that like, that's such a good age, like specifically 8th grade. Cause like, you're at that turning point already. You're 13, 12 years old. Like, your mind is already kind of shifting. And so like, I really do get what you mean by that. That's, man, I never think of that. I never think of that.
Yeah.
That's a crazy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enemy tries to take you out when you're young.
Yeah. Why is that?
Because you're impressionable.
Because we're powerful. Because you're driven. And you're malleable.
You're malleable.
You're malleable. No, man. I've lost a lot of good friends. I lost a lot of good ones because of that. But I'm glad for the ones that made it, because they actually have all incredible stories. I have a lot of gratefulness for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got invited to church by a friend of mine who bullied me endlessly and like literally made me like get to that dark place. It wasn't her alone. She's cool now. It was just back then. But she kind of kicked me all down a lot.
Yeah.
And so she invited me to church, and I was like struggling really bad with like self-harm and stuff.
Yeah.
And wow, this got really dark, guys. Who cares?
You're not there now.
No, I'm not. In Jesus' name.
There's the other
Hallelujah.
side.
Hey, you can get. Hey,
If that's where you are, there's
I
another
just wanna
side.
let you know. Hey, we do heal. Okay.
Yeah.
We do find healing. So, no, I was dealing a lot with that. No one knew. She didn't know. And she invited me to church, and then the sermon they were preaching on was like depression and self-harm.
Wow.
And I literally felt in my spirit, I was like, oh, this was for me. Like, they did this for me.
Yeah.
And she never went back. And I did. I kept going back because I felt like I was drowning in the ocean, and I found a buoy that I could grip onto. And yeah, life changed. I didn't really stop my nonsense till I was older. I think I battled with it for like 3 years.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, but that was my buoy I held on to. And yeah, completely changed my life. Now I do full-time ministry. Well, not anymore. I did full-time ministry up until a month ago. And I'm going to do it again whenever I get called into it again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it completely changed my life. We were never really friends again after that. You know, we had a huge falling out.
But
Guidance counselor got involved and stuff.
But thank God for that, though.
But thank God for that, because I wouldn't be here.
No, I mean, I know we're closing up soon, but
We gotta have a palate cleanser before. We can't just close up too soon now.
let me end it with this, though. Let me end like the whole, because I asked, shout out to Devontae, bro. I love Devontae. But I asked Devontae a really good question, and it was years ago, but it was, does God honor the faith of an abuser?
Yeah.
And I really meant
good
that.
question.
And I'm not going to really out the reason I asked that question. It's a really deep question. But I asked, I asked him because I think he does. I think God is faithful to do the most good, because he's good. But I like that his answer was like, I think God's I think God would, because he's in the business of loving people and seeing people's best. And so he'd honor the faith if it was good. And so like, what a crazy thing that like, and you know that I'm thinking about 20 different people, but I'm also thinking about a few close ones for me. And what a good thing that they can live a horrible life and do one good thing that would have a ripple effect that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
That's a really only God can do that.
Yeah.
I didn't mean this for this to get super spiritual, but like that's how I felt like that should go.
Like in other news, my friend that bullied me is fine now. She loves the Lord.
She
found her way back.
Yeah.
Amen. But we're not friends anymore. But she's cool. I have no ill intention towards her. I keep up with her on the socials.
Yeah.
And I cheer her on from the sidelines. But she's doing good.
That's a
She
beautiful
loves the
thing.
Lord.
Yeah.
She's
Man.
a cute family, you know.
Man, what a good thing to look back at 8th grade. I didn't think we'd do that this episode.
Ooh, 8th grade,
What a good
man.
thing. 8th grade can be good.
Middle school, bro. I'm going through changes.
That is not the show to
Don't watch
Don't
that.
watch that.
Unless you're over the age of
Better
21.
What was the other one? Growing Pains? Everything will be okay.
It won't always be this way.
Am I worse than this day?
Sometimes faith has growing pains.
Yeah, I
Wow.
can't sing.
2 different notes, 2 different parts of the song.
What a way to end.
Stream Growing Pains by Elevation Rhythm.
They're the
Not
best.
sponsored, but y'all should.
They're the best. I love them.
I know so much about y'all. Never mind. I was gonna
Let's
totally
not go
talk
there.
about something I signed an NDA about.
Next. Thank you.
Beep, beep, beep. Please don't sue me. Please don't sue me. Please don't sue me.
8th grade.
I'm
Great
done
times.
talking about 8th grade.
9th grade.
No. We need a palate cleanser before we cut this thing off. Let's see if I have anything in my notes.
Oh my gosh, we had notes.
I didn't. Today totally snuck up on me, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, I have notes on all the songs that I totally butchered today.
Oh, they're here?
Oh.
All right. Our
Let 'em
people are
in real
here.
quick.
Yeah.
Let me close this out really fast.
Let's end it. Let's end on this high note. There's another side, and it looks like this. Now, please look at that positively.
Hey, look, listen.
I'm
Here's
doing
the
well.
thing.
I like my life.
Here's the thing. If you're going through it, sorry, I had to burp. If you're going through it, you'll get better. It does get better.
It does.
Whenever people would tell me that when I was going through it, I'd be like, I don't care. It sucks now.
It does suck in the moment.
It does suck. But if you can push past that, it's not always like that.
Yeah.
It gets better. You get stronger. Those things that matter to you in 8th grade don't matter anymore when you're an adult or when you're in 10th grade or, 25. Those people I don't even talk to, and they don't even know I'm alive anymore. So it really didn't matter what they thought of me because they're gone. Yeah, you gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. Stream Growing Pains by Elevation Rhythm.
We gonna be all right.
I love that song. What song is that again?
There's
I
like
just
a few
that
of them
one
that go like
lyric.
that.
It's that lyric. Whenever I say we gonna be all right, I'm always referring to that. We gonna be all right.
That's a Ty Tribbett.
No.
That's the one I'm
no.
referring to.
I'm
'Cause I'm
referring to a
saying-
secular song.
We gonna. All right, let's go ahead and end it out right here.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Oh, episode 11.
1-1.
Look, don't stalk anyone. You got a crush on them, talk to them like a normal person. If they don't like you, stop talking to them.
We'll see Catherine will see you at the other side of camp.
I will see y'all on the other side of camp. I just realized I have to film after camp.
Yeah, it's going to be funny.
I apologize in advance for what you're going to get because it's probably a bunch of hot air.
It's going to be so great. I hope you still have a voice. Bye, guys. Love y'all.